Hey everybody, out here at Cleburne State Park today, getting in a quick day hike. Going to be just over 5 miles doing the lake loop. The lake loop is a collection of trails all put together that obviously loops around the lake here at the state park. It's the second time I've done it in the past couple weeks, and my kids are finally big enough they are doing 5 mile day hikes, no problem. So they each got a fitness watch for Christmas. And who would have known that that's all it takes to get them to hike without complaining. They actually want to hike more so they can get their steps in. Now that I know they can do all that, looking forward to some bigger hikes this year. Anyway, just wanted to get out in the woods today. Super windy, so great place to be in the trees, help block some of the wind and get in a good workout. Working with a new tripod for my camera today, so that's what I have my camera on now, and going to use it for some walk-by shots and test it out, see how things work. So I got my Merrell trail gloves on today, and these are kind of a minimalist shoe, more toward the barefoot style. Anyway, I've been wearing this shoe for a couple years now and really like the way I can feel the ground underneath my foot. I feel like it gives me a better connection to the trail. That being said, I have been on a couple trips where the rocks finally started getting to me. And I have a pair of Hokas that I bought this year, and they've been really nice because they got a ton of cushion, but I do like the way that I can feel the trail underneath my foot in these trail gloves. So I decided to wear those again today. So kind of along the same lines, talking about feeling a connection to the trail. I don't have any trekking poles today, and one thing I really like about not using trekking poles, well, one, it's a lot easier to record because I got both hands free for access to my camera, but not having trekking poles in my hands, it allows me to put my hand down on rock or touch a tree or feel anything in the environment around me. And I really like that. It gives me a better sense of connection with the trails that I'm hiking. So I'm definitely not saying that I'm not going to use trekking poles anymore, but I think in 2023, I'll probably be using them a lot less. So I just got done with my first hour. I've gone exactly 3 miles. So making really good pace, especially with having to, I've set my phone down several times and walked past it and went back to get it, which doesn't take that into account. So really happy with the pace so far. 3 miles in means I should be coming to the junction with the Coyote Run trail here pretty shortly. I think it's pretty funny. They added this cable, these posts and cable here. Tell you to stay out of this area. It's where their sprinklers are at for septic. Looks like they got a deer feeder up there as well. These cables didn't used to be here, so I don't know if they did that as a precaution or they had to do it. People out there frolicking in the septic sprinklers. So I am recording this route on my phone on the Gaia app, and that's the app that I use to plan my trips and plot out routes and things like that. And recording my route as I'm hiking, and I never do that because I feel like it just always eats the battery of my phone. It even when I used All Trails, it would use like half the battery of my phone on my day hikes. So I've never really done that, but trying it out again. I would like to post on all my day hike videos this year. I'll be posting my routes, whether that is a recording of what I actually walked, or I'll get on there and trace it out on the Gaia map and either post a link or post a picture of it somewhere in the video. One cool thing about Gaia this year is Gaia is owned by Outdoor, like the Outdoor magazine, and so with my paid subscription, which I've paid for a while now, now get access to the outdoor channel on any smart TV, and I guess some of their articles and things like that. And I think Backpacker magazine may be owned by that same group. I haven't really looked into that, but a lot more perks for having a subscription to Gaia this year. And I've really enjoyed that app. I've had it for a couple years now. That's what I've been using, and it's really nice. Probably the coolest thing now is that the Trails Illustrated maps, the main ones you're used to looking at like a national park, those layers are free on the Gaia app. Well, they're not free. They come with your paid subscription, but before you had to have like an even higher subscription. Now it's all just one flat rate, and so now I have access to all those maps. So that's a pretty neat perk this year with Gaia. Nope, not today. I'm on the last leg of this loop. Just got on the Spillway trail, which is a yellow trail. So even though we're calling this the lake loop, this is the only time on the whole loop that you can actually see the lake. You can tell it's way down because this little beach looking area in the front should all be underwater. So all this creek and spillway should have water pouring over it. Go back to some of my older videos from the park. I've come out here right after some huge rains, and it's just like a massive waterfall, really cool. Usually happens most springs. You can tell this area definitely still needs quite a bit of rain. Alright, so I made it back to the parking lot. Hike took me an hour and 45 minutes. Not too bad. Anyway, I appreciate you guys following along, and we'll see you next time from out on a backpacking trip.